Sponsored by Audible.
Fellas, we need to work on how we interact with girls. Because I don't think we're really aware of all the stuff they go through just because they happen to be women. So here are 5 things that guys really need to stop doing to girls. Number 1, treating women like objects. Did you know that girls are human beings just like guys? I know, right? It's crazy. So we probably shouldn't treat them like objects. They're not just nice to look at or trophies that you win for being a good person. They have complex lives and experiences just like you. Oh, and all of this is true regardless of their relation to others.
You know, I used to objectify women all the time, but then one day I realized that girl that I'm looking at, she is somebody's daughter.
Yeah, and it's a good thing too, because otherwise it'd be totally justified to objectify her.
Exactly.
Which naturally leads to number 2, calling women hot. Can we just, as a species, can we all agree to stop using the word hot? I don't think I'm the only one out there who equates that term with shallow guys like this.
Dude!
Man, she's hot.
Oh, super hot!
Like an 8?
Oh, definitely the hottest girl we've seen today!
Oh! If you want to make a comment on how you like the way a girl looks, you know, fine, whatever. But could we at least just try to notice her personality first? We'll make it into a personal challenge. I believe in us. Number 3, not respecting her wishes. If a girl says she's not interested, she's not interested. It's like when some guy is hitting on a girl. Whoa, you're cute.
Oh, thanks.
Can I have your number?
No.
Oh, come on, why not? Just a little playful banter. It's kinda obvious she'd rather be left alone, but yeah, a little playful flirting never hurt anyone. But if she happens to mention...
I'm engaged.
Whoa, I think that you misinterpreted. I was just... So she's only got the right to be left alone because you were infringing on some other guy's turf? What? Oh, but the icing on the cake is when she tells people about the whole incident later, which actually leads to number 4, the blame game. Okay, so this girl is recounting the story about the creepy guy who came on to her in a Walmart.
He was such a creep.
Well, if he was bothering you, maybe you were leading him on.
Oh my gosh, was I?
Right, because if a creepy guy interprets anything to mean that the girl was interested, that makes the whole thing the girl's fault. You know, a lot of times it seems like the girls get blamed for stupid stuff guys do.
Well, it sounds like she was asking for it. Well, if she hadn't blah blah blah, then this probably wouldn't have happened. She said she liked Star Wars. Of course I thought she was hitting on me. You know, it's really her fault that I misinterpreted the whole thing.
A guy's actions are never a girl's fault, ever. Ever. And finally, number 5, acting entitled. Specifically when it comes to the idea of girls being attracted to us. Let me tell you a story. It's kind of long, so settle in, grab some popcorn. Okay, you ready? Here it comes. Once upon a time, you liked this girl, but she didn't like you back. The end. That's how the story goes. Love it, hate it, it's your life. You know, a lot of times, us guys feel like if we're nice enough, then there's some kind of obligation on the girl's part to reciprocate.
Yeah, right. We all know that nice guys finish last.
Hey, guess what? I've said this before, but it's worth repeating. You are not entitled to reciprocated feelings. Let's just try to be the kind of guys that are worth a girl's time, instead of assuming that we deserve it just because we're nice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go watch a Hollywood film that doesn't objectify women. So that means that I'm just gonna go read a book.
Stay tuned for a scene from our next episode. But first, Audible's Audiobook of the Week.
This week's Audible audiobook of the week is Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wein. This book has it all. Espionage during World War II, friendship, courage, female fighter pilots. I loved this book. I read it several months ago and I still think about the story today. You can pick up the audiobook version of this story at audible.com/cow. And if you use our link, you get a free 30-day trial membership and a free audiobook of your choice. They have over 150,000 titles to choose from. So head on over to our link, audible.com/cow, and try it today.
Next week on Messy Mondays, Brian puts his foot in his mouth.
Dude! Man, she's hot.
Super hot.
She's like an 8?
Oh, I would say she's a 10.
I mean, like, that's my favorite shoe size on women.
Oh yeah, she's definitely an 8.
Yeah. Hey-oh!